roots of indiscipline. The next subtopic under it is causes of indiscipline. What are the reasons? What are the causes of indiscipline? If we say somebody doesn't have discipline, what are those things that make them not to have this discipline? One of them is what? Lack of good training. You can agree with me that a child that does not have good training at home, school, and in church, because these are the various places where we get our training from. Your home is the first place, the school and the church. If as a child there is no good training, that child will constitute nuisance. That child will be a problem even as a child, and he or she will grow from that stage to become an adult that will cause problem to the community, to the society at large. So good training matters a lot. As a child, we need to have this good training. And if our parents are trying, if our elders are trying to inculcate this spirit of discipline into us, we should accept it. We should count ourselves as in lucky, because it's not everybody that is opportune to see somebody that is trying to coach him or her to become the best. So one of them is what? Lack of good training. If you lack good training, you will constitute problems to society at large. So we should take the trainings that are given to us from our homes, in our churches, and in our schools. These are the reasons why we go to those places, to acquire knowledge, to get training. We don't see it that we are being maltreated or we are being treated wrongly. Wherever we find ourselves, seeing people that are giving you training, you should count yourself lucky. So we should not relent in seeking for good training. Then another thing we'll talk about is what? Lack of attention and care. This boils down to our homes. Lack of attention and care. Some of our parents, they are so occupied that they don't have time for the children at home. They find it difficult to inculcate the right knowledge, the right things into their children. This particularly is about the parents. We parents should try and inculcate the right value into their children. Have time for your children. Your secular work is not more important than the children. We should have time for our children. If these children, they become wayward, they become problem to society, it's not just going to affect the society alone. We the parents will still partake from it. We'll still have the side effects will still tell on us, because they won't just go to the society alone. They will cultivate that, they will exhibit that character from home before they will go out to the society. So we should care for our children. We should devote time whatsoever that is needed to make them the best, whatsoever that is needed for them to be children that people will see and say, this child came from a responsible home. Let us give it to our children. Then another one, number 3, is for failure of constituted authority. Failure of constituted authority. The constituted authority we are talking about are the people at the helm of affairs. In our local governments, in our community, there are some things that have been given to them for them to issue out to the society, like let's say pipe, electricity. All these things are is in their possession. They must have given the money to put all these things in place. They embezzle the money, and as a result of that failure of constituted authority, they are not doing what they are supposed to do. The environment, the community is not conducive for the people. So because of that, everybody wants well life, as in we want to live a comfortable life. Everybody wants a place that is conducive and well arranged for you to be comfortable. So if these things are not there, you will find out that it will cause people to start doing the things they're not supposed to do. They want that, they would like to look for that kind of life they want X way, and because of that, it will cause them to do the things that they ought not to do. which is what? It will bring about what? Indiscipline. They will be exhibiting that character that a disciplined child or a disciplined person is not supposed to what? Exhibit. Then another one is the environmental factor. Environment. The environment we live, the environment we occupy matters a lot. Environments either affect us positively or negatively. If you are in an environment where so many bad people are living, like people that are robbers, all these people that that are doing things that is contrary to law, contrary to what is expected, people that are robbing, people that are stealing and all that, people that are doing all manner of things evil, you find out that it will affect us because we are in that same environment with them. Before you know it, even your mentality, your thinking, everything about you, you will begin to think the things you don't ought to think because of the things that are happening around you, because of the things you're seeing within you. That is all about environmental effects. Then another one is poverty. Poverty has caused so many things in our society. Poverty has led people into stealing. Poverty has led people into prostitution. Poverty has led people into so many evil things that they never thought of doing. Poverty is another cause of indiscipline. Because there is no money, because you want to meet up, because you want to be like others, you find yourself exhibiting those characters that it was not in you initially. You begin to do those things that you are not supposed to do as a result of poverty, in order to get money, in order to meet up, in order to take care of the kids, in order to take care of your immediate needs. So that is another what? Causes of what? Causes of what? Indiscipline. So these are some of the causes of indiscipline. We have talked about lack of good training, lack of attention and care, that is in the side of the parents, failure of constituted authorities, not giving out what is meant for the community. Then environmental effects, where we live, the environment we occupy. Then the last one we talk about is what? Poverty. That will not take us to the attitude of on indisciplined people. On indisciplined people. The attribute of undisciplined people. Attribute of undisciplined people. People that are not disciplined, undisciplined. That is another word for a person that doesn't have this discipline. Attitude of undisciplined people. The things that we have talked about the attitude of a disciplined person when we talk about what? We talk about self-control. Talk about self-control. Then here we are talking about the attitude of undisciplined people. How do you know that a child or a student, a person is undisciplined? How do you assess somebody that doesn't have discipline? Now one of them is what? Rebellion. This rebellion spirit is in them. What do I mean? How do I mean? What is rebellion? Another word for it is stubbornness. They rebel. They do, that is, they do things that they don't supposed to do. They don't listen to anybody. They are rebellious in character. They are stubborn. They are wayward. They are, they are, all negativity is in them. You talk of not being obedient to their parents. In the school, they give the teachers headache. They don't, when they enter class, you know that they have come. They will they are not ready to learn, and they will not allow you to learn. These are the kind of people that they are not disciplined. They don't see that a teacher is right in the class, let me coordinate myself. Even when you want to put them in order, they will, that is the kind of attitude they will put up. You begin to ask yourself, am I really the teacher to this very child, or we are age mates? So that is rebellion. They are very stubborn. They are very, very what? Stubborn. That is rebellion. Another character is what? Greed. gluttony, greed. They are very greedy. They are never okay with what they have. If they are able to get a particular thing today, as they are getting it, they are thinking of the next move to take in order to get times 2 of what they have gotten or times 10 of what they have gotten. They are very, very greedy. They don't see what they have. They don't see that what they have is okay to them. They're always wanting more, more, more. And in that is a person that is greedy doesn't appreciate anything. That is it. A greedy person finds it difficult to say thank you, because they feel that it is not enough. What's the sense of saying thank you? Even when they say thank you, it is not from the heart. They just say it because they want you to be happy. They just say it because they want you to feel that you have done so great, you have done something good to them. But within them, they are not just grateful for anything. Now, another attitude of undisciplined people is what? Discontentment. They are not contented. They are never contented with what they have. If they may have something that is better off than that of their neighbor, but they want to have that of their neighbor. But looking at what they have presently and what that neighbor has, you find out that theirs are more better than that of their neighbor. But they will be a kind of, they want to get that very one that their neighbor has. Discontentment. They are never satisfied. They are never okay with what they have. Then the number 4 is a self-centeredness. Self-centeredness. Mine. Everything they talk about is mine. They don't consider the next person. They don't consider any other, even in their family. Their siblings, they don't consider. Whatever they talk about is my own. It's mine. Everything is mine. Self-centeredness. As a student, as a child, it is not good to possess the spirit of self-centeredness. It is not good. So, this is another attribute of undisciplined people. Then another one is what? Violation. Violation, what do I mean? If we say somebody is violating, you are going against. You are violating rules and regulations. They said don't do this, you are doing it. Don't cross there, you are crossing. You just have this spirit in you that after all, what would that person do? What will you do? That is spirit of violation. You want to trample upon someone. You want to see what somebody can do. You want to make somebody upset. You want to make somebody to be angry. You like to violate. They said, don't touch that thing. You went to touch it. Let me see what he can do if I touch it. They said, don't open that thing. You went to open it. You are violating rules. You are going against. You are going contrary to what is expected of you. Now, another one is immodest. This one has to do with dressing. You can agree with me that the society will find ourselves now. Immodesty is no longer a new thing. People dress anyhow. They behave. They dress anyhow. They wear whatever they like. If you see them, if you are somebody that is disciplined, once you see somebody like this, you don't need another person to tell you that this child is indisciplined. This child is undisciplined. It will be registered in your mind, that this one he's among them, she's among them. Because of the way he or she is looking, because of what he or she is putting on. So as a child, as a student, as a person that is disciplined, there are some things you don't put on. There are some things what you don't put on. You don't do things because others are doing it. You have to consider the people. You have to consider, if I do this, what will it be? What will be the mindset of others? What impression am I creating in the mind of other people about me? You should consider it. Before you go out, you look at yourself. This dress I am, this my outfits. How is it? Talked about immodesty, dressing the way you're supposed to dress. Then the last attitude is what? They do not accept correction. A child, a person or a student that is undisciplined, they never accept correction. If you tell them, the way you dress is not good, you are number one enemy. Don't do it this way. You're supposed to do it this way. You are an enemy. They don't accept correction. They feel that what they know is the best. That way they are doing it, the way they are living their life is the best. They don't see any other person as somebody that is better off. They don't see any other person better off. They feel that they are the best, they are on top. They don't accept correction from anybody. Even their parents, they don't take any correction from anybody. So these are what? The attributes of undisciplined people. If these things are at work in you, if this spirit, this attitude is in you as a student, as a child, you know that you are having this spirit of undiscipline. You are undisciplined if you have all this attitude. That will now take us to what? The consequences of indiscipline in the society.